Hey guys, today we're working on lesson 1.6 of Envision. Our I will statement is I will round decimal numbers to the ones, tenths, and hundredths place. If you look over here on the right side, you will see that I have a whole number. This is the same thing as the ones place because we know that the ones place is the first place next to the decimal, which tells you that this is a whole number and this side's fraction. So it may ask you to round to the ones place. It may ask you to round to the whole number. You guys have been rounding decimals since third grade, so this is something that you've been doing for a while. Instead of just regular whole numbers, we're going to do decimal numbers. It's the same thing, so it should be a quick review. So we got our steps over here to the side. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this list over here. And so the first one we're going to do is whole numbers, okay? We're looking to the nearest whole number. So step one is find the rounding place. When I say rounding place, what I mean is what number it's asking you to round to. So the whole number is going to be your 3. Okay? Like I said, it's on the right, or it's on the left of the decimal over here, which is the whole number side. All right, so then the next step is look right next door. When it says right, I mean right here. Okay? That's your next door neighbor. We did that. What is it? Here is the golden rule. 5 or more, add 1 more. 4 or less, let it rest. So, is 6 more than 5? Yes. So you add 1 more. But you don't add it to this number. These numbers are gone. You add it to the rounding place. So, your new number, and this magical marker number, if you add plus 1 to 3, you get 4. Is that a whole number? Yes. So you write over here, 4 is your whole number. Now I'm going to write it in black because you can't see it very well. There's a 4. It looks real scribbly. Okay, so we rounded to the wholes place. I'm just going to put, I'm going to put a little check mark up there over the ones. So now let's erase all of our markings. And we're going to do the same number, but this time we're going to focus at a different place. So this time it's the tenths place. Okay, so step 1 is rounding to that tenths place. Well, we've done this before with finding the places. So what you have to do, and the easiest way to remember, is TH. Now, the reason why I do that is for tenths, hundredths, thousands. We're looking at the tenths, so you got to underline the tenths place. It's right here. So we did that. Then we're going to do step 2, which is look right next door. So if I look over, there is my 1. That's not a 7. That is actually a 1. And then I got to ask myself, so I've done this, then I got to ask myself, 5 or more, add 1 more. 4 or less, let it rest. Now, I'm not talking about the actual hundredths place. I'm talking about here. So if this 1 is more than 5, I add 1 more. If this 1 is less than 4, then it stays the same. And the rest go away. So my new number, after I drop the digits, my new number is going to be 3 6/10. If this number does not end in the tenths place, then you need to go back and check your work. So our next one is 3 6/10. All right, moving right along. You guys are doing a good job so far. It may seem overwhelming because it's a decimal, but I promise you'll get the hang of it. All right. And then we have our last one. I got to make my little check up here. So we rounded to the tenths. Okay. So now this time we're going to the hundredths. So we got to find the hundredths place. That's what we're looking for. Step 1, find the rounding place. Now, again, I went ahead and I erased it, but I'll mark it back. In order to remember what place you're in, you can do TH for tenths, hundredths, thousands. I know that it goes right next to the decimal on this side of the decimal. So again, we're looking for the hundredths place. I know that the hundredths place is right here because I marked it with an H. Right here, it's a 1. Okay, we did that. Let's do step 2. We're going to look next door to the right. My neighbor is a 9. Okay, we did that. Then it says ask yourself 5 or more, add 1 more, 4 or less, let it rest. So is this 5 or more? Yes, it is. So I drop it, and this gets 1 added to it. It becomes a 2. And then I rewrite my number, 3 and 62 hundredths. So my new number over here would be 3 and 60, whoops. Two hundredths. All right. So that is how you round numbers to the ones, tenths, and hundredths place. We did all 3 places together. You can go back and watch this video again. I will post these steps in Google Classroom so that you have them to follow. I think that's the easiest way to round is by following these decimals and always remembering the golden rule, 5 or more, add 1 more, 4 or less, let it rest. So I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. You know that you can comment in Google Classroom, or you can send me an email or tune in to our live lesson at 10 a.m. to ask any questions. Good luck, you guys.